up, guys? Episode 28 of the Banana and the Bee podcast. I have with me, as always, the wonderful Dave Van Auken, and we have Miss Paige. Paige, say your last name because I was going to try to say it and I didn't want to slaughter.
Andreasen.
Okay, I was going to say Andreasen. And I'm like,
Andreasen.
So are you like Hispanic?
No.
Is that like, I don't know.
Scandinavian.
Like
the
What?
furthest thing. Scandinavian.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like so like Latin or something. Let me stop before I get us. I'm gonna get us canceled before I get.
We're gonna be canceled, culture canceled. But dude, Paige. So we were driving her to the studio, and I was like listening to some jams, and I was singing, and Paige just like, Dave, stop, like don't even like. I'm like, come on, dude, like that's my.
Okay, the volume was super low, and he was singing like so off note. So it was like, I was like, dude, I can't listen to you loud and like horribly, and the song like kind of in the background.
I always sing stuff, and then if you ever like get the radio cut off and you catch a glimpse of yourself just like Auken Paige, you're like, oh my god, I'm not as good as I thought.
Yeah.
So what's going on? You guys like went to PFL in Texas. How was that?
Amazing.
It was fun. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I was so jealous. You guys had like Auken Paige. You guys were rubbing shoulders with all of like the hottest of the hottest in MMA. It's wild.
Wow. Yeah, Paige, what was your favorite part about the trip?
Oh my gosh, my favorite part of the trip. I think like getting to hear Kayla Harrison like answer questions in person was pretty like motivating, and like I almost cried a few times because it was just like so real and like inspirational. I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna cry. This is like so awesome though. Because like to me as a fighter coming up, I was like, oh, this is like what I need to hear to keep me going to the gym. It was awesome.
Yeah, and it's wild because I was hearing what she said, and like it's just like everybody thinks it's like so cliche, but just to be like never give up and keep going and like all of that stuff, it's so true. And I always get tired of saying that stuff, but I'm like, it's so fucking true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Dave, what was your favorite part?
Yeah.
I got two favorite parts. So, like, I know one is so fight and one is something not to do with. Actually, three favorite parts. One, so Anthony, Showtime, Pettis, we're in this like the media scrum. So, like, and Paige can double down on what I'm about to say. So it's like they walk into this room. There's like 10, 12 media people from 10, 12 different outlets, right? And like it's just like there's not a lot of time. There's not a lot of like BS. It's just like okay, go right away, and just like kind of goes around the room. And it's like people are just firing questions. So like sometimes like me, I'm just not like I don't need to ask like the first question. And like some people like not interrupt, but like they're like I don't know. It's like kind of awkward. It really is. Like sometimes they just like start right away. It's like, geez, guys, okay, you can have the first question. So I always just hang back, like feel the room, and then I go with my stuff. So like Anthony, like I'm not trying to like he didn't know I was in that room. Like why would he know I'm there? So all of a sudden like. It's my turn to talk, and I start to talk, and like I know it sounds so clean. It's just like it's crazy. Like he changes. He's like he's not in this media room. Like he notices me and knows who I am and likes me. He goes, "Oh, hey, bro!" Like we're just like cool. It was just like, damn, Anthony Pettis, and he knows who I am.
What's up, my dog?
It was like, awesome. That was one. Number two, it was like a bucket list thing for me. Like I wanted to go see AT&T Stadium. Is where the Dallas Cowboys play. It's like one of the biggest stadiums in the world, like in this galaxy. So I really wanted to go see that. So we went there one morning, took a couple pictures. I was really happy. But third, every single night after like the events, there's like the hotel and then the Fighters Hotel. And it's all in the same parking lot of this place called Boston's. And it's like a little pizza pub, cool little joint, right? They had this Bishop cider drink, this like, it's like an Angry Orchard with like berry in it of some sort. It was amazing. I had it every single night and I loved it. It was just like, hey, I want my cider drink. There you go.
This sounds like so much fun.
It was awesome.
It's like you guys always get to have all the fun without me. I can't. Never mind. I was with Paige. a couple weeks ago, and Dave didn't get to be there, and we had
I know.
it was 24 hours just fucking.
Yeah, we had a great.
Dude, you that one video has like over 630,000 views right now.
Yeah, I guess now would be the good time to sit and break the not break the ice. What would be let everybody down? I guess because now I can say that I'm not getting to fight Christine, and it's I had a whole week of it felt like someone died, and I had to just mourn that loss for the week, and so it's not going to happen because as the Kilby says, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, and the dollars weren't making sense for me for that fight right now. And so basically I'm going to be fighting the same date. I'll be fighting June 24th, and I can't say who yet, but it's a really good matchup. And I guess my strategy is to just keep plowing through these bitches until they know, till they see my worth. So
yeah. Can I? So I'm gonna ask you one media question real quick. So I'm not your best friend in the world. I'm just a media guy. You ready?
I'm ready.
You're there was rumors and there was all this stuff, and you and Christine had interaction, and she's the champ, and it was going to be this big crazy fight, whatever. How can you how can you try to get yourself back up for a lesser opponent, if that makes sense? How are you still going to be the killer bee in there? How are you still going to smoke her in a minute? How are you still going to have that same fire?
I got an easy answer for this. So of course at first it really life kicked me in the balls with that one, and it really hurt. And I did have that conflict of fuck, I just don't feel as motivated. And then I saw the side of it, oh, okay, now I need I love proving a motherfucker wrong. So now I see it as the opportunity to show everybody that maybe not necessarily didn't believe that I deserved this shot, but wanted to see more from me. All right, so I can't wait to just keep going through every single female that they put in front of me, basically until they cannot deny me.
Right.
The word I shouldn't be denied right now, but I understand they want to see more from me, and they maybe want me to. They might want me to have an undefeated record, or they might just want to see something else. But I just see it as opportunity. All right, I'm going to show these people that I'm not fucking playing games, and I am the champion of the flyweight division, and whether I get the belt or not right now, I'm going to show the world why I cannot be denied, and I won't be stopped.
Love it. I love it. What you got, Paige?
For what? That was awesome. I'm fucking, let's go.
I know, just it's so good, and it's I don't know, it's one of those things. I think the fans will be disappointed, but just you saying that, it's dude, it's a Taylor Starling fight. You're gonna steal the show you always do. The 3 before it, no one knew at Knucklemania you were going to be the absolute best part when you and Segala was the greatest female fight ever. Your second fight was a minute or 46-second dispatch of Cassie Robb, who's acquaintance of a friend. And then, dude, Hannah Guy's on The Ultimate Fighter right now. She's a fucking superstar on Tough on ESPN.
Did you watch the first episode?
Oh yeah, loved it.
What'd you think about it?
Loved it. Guys, so we're gonna be talking with Juliana Miller. She's on the show. She's really good friends with Hannah Guy, and so here's a funny story. You're gonna love this. So Hannah Guy's nickname on the show from Juliana is BDE,
big dick energy.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I'm not hip to it. I don't know. Maybe it's a girl thing. I don't know. So she said that, and I was like, what? Big D? What is that? She's she's got big dick energy all the time. I was like, that's a great nickname. So, Juliana and Hannah, they're
you didn't know what that was?
No.
You didn't know what BDE was?
How did me and Paige, who do not have dicks, knew what BDE was?
Yeah. How are you on Instagram all day and you don't know what BDE is?
Because maybe I have that energy organic, so it's nothing to me. So
okay, all right.
That's just a Tuesday in my life.
I feel I can just feel the sense of Paige is so irritated with you today. She just been sick of you.
We spent a lot of time together.
I know. It was too much time. We spent too much time. I even said we got into our first spat. It was just man.
Really? I want to know what happened. I'm
It
gonna
wasn't
assume
like one
you were
thing. It was
probably,
just like it was.
Dave was probably being a brat.
There's like a
that
lot
Dave got to
going
know
on.
that date, and he was like, told me not to do something, and then I was like, okay, I won't do it. And then he started doing it, and I was like, I thought we weren't doing that, Dave. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
And then he just like started doing everything, and I was like, okay, so what am I here for?
Yo, I knew when we were in Florida for a Keys fight and Dave was like bitching you about doing this. And I was like, don't you talk to Paige like that.
See, but there's no one at PFL that can tell him that because he just thinks that he's like, looks at me with his look like, okay.
Just because
And
Anthony
like
had his
cuts
talking
down and
stage.
stops talking, and I'm like, no, you can't stop talking. We still have a whole event.
Yeah. That's so funny. You just had like that's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Oh yeah.
There's
I
so
mean,
much
he's
going
been
on.
himself
Like this.
for the last like 4 or 5 years, right? So it's like hard to have another person. So we just have to like figure out that
Yeah.
other person and him communicating and delegating things
And
to me.
so I've learned with content creating because Ricky Rainey, you guys know Ricky Rainey, but Ricky does a lot of like reels and stuff in the gym, and he's always like asking us to film him, and he'll say like he'll be standing there and he's like, all right, so I'm gonna go, this is this, boom, 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 you're gonna film it, and this is how it's gonna go, and we're all like, what? And he's like, I have the idea in my head. You just gotta do like what I'm telling you. And I'm like, but you're not really telling me what to do. And he's like, just film it. Just film it.
That sounds like Dave.
Yeah. I'm really excited because I hope that
genius.
come on June 24th for my fight because Paige is gonna have to experience a Killer Bee fight week because it's the best time.
It is the best time, Paige.
And I'm not like, it's weird. I'm the most unorthodox fight week person. Like, I'm like, we gotta go, we gotta do things, we gotta eat, we gotta have the best time the entire time.
Because I've been around a ton of people fight week, fight day, the day of whatever, and they're like, a lot of people do tense up or they get quiet or they want their alone time. Like Taylor is the exact opposite. She's like as normal as fucking kind. You're almost like the polar opposite of like, you want like more people around. Like you just want like laughter and just like community. Dude, like the Hannah Guy fight, like we literally had lunch. We literally had the dinner before. We literally were walking around the fucking Hard Rock.
Casino,
like the
roulette.
casino. Playing roulette. Like you want like community.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
The day of the fight, I'm like, can we go to the mall? Can we like go shopping? Can we just do something? I can't sit there. So I'm excited for Paige to experience. And like, so this fight, I'm so excited because I think, I'm not going to say 100%, but I think Brian Battle is going to come. I think Brian Battle is going to come. One of my friends, Alexa, she fought for Invicta. She's going to come. Duke, Ricky, Shannon, like the OG Killer Bee squad, and then a little bit of extra sprinkled in. It's going to be like, it's going to be a whole swarm, and like all of the best energy people are going to be there. Brian Battle is going to be hilarious. He's like, that will be fun. Like, I really hope that he comes.
Yeah, if he comes, I'm just going to we'll get like a GoPro for Brian Battle. And just like he would have like put it over his head, like the what is like when you go into the mine and you like can light?
A headlamp.
A headlamp, yeah. And he just needs to wear that as a camera, and like that content would be fucking gold.
His commentary is the best. Anytime anybody does anything, he's so
Did you
funny.
see his picture on Twitter?
No, see, like I can't get with Twitter. I just can't. I can't.
I don't. Yeah, I liked it for a second, but then you can't like. I'll reload and it's still things that are old, and I'm like, no, I just like bring me to the newest stuff.
Yeah, I'm very picture oriented, so I'm like, I want to see a picture. I don't even like. I love TikTok, but I don't even like that. Like that Instagram starting to become like a TikTok. That bothers me. I'm like, I just want to see pictures. Twitter, I can't sit and think of a sentence that like I'm like, man, what is something someone's really gonna want to read? And I'm like, I just ate an apple. Like, I don't want to put that on fucking Twitter. I just can't. But Brian Battle, is it the picture? I'm going to guess, because I think I seen it on Instagram, where he's, like, watching The Ultimate Fighter.
Yes.
I knew it. The one where he's like,
sitting there and he has this trophy, and he, like, looks. He looks like he just got out of a fight and he's like wearing his whole outfit. And it's like, this is me watching the whole season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
what a
so
stud. He fucking won last year. Like, that's still so, like, humongous. And it gets like, that's like our buddy. Like,
and
that's
yeah.
buddy.
And I see him all throughout the week, all week, every week. He's hilarious and like it's wild. Like not only did he win, but then he got to fight who he was originally supposed to fight and beat him in dominant fashion. Amazing. We can't talk enough good things about Brian Battle.
Yeah. He's a stud. I would assume like, he's gonna want something at the end of the summer, right?
He is doing something right now. He's working. I can't remember who he called out because I don't know the guy that well, but he called out somebody that's in the UFC and I think has like 7 or 8 UFC fights.
Ooh.
And I can't remember the fucking name, but he called out someone. And Brian Battle's going to be fighting at 170 now. So I'm thinking, I don't know his name. I don't know.
Damn.
But he wants to fight. And I told Keith, so Keith is actually going to be a part of his corner team if he fights. And I was like, if we go to Vegas, we're getting married in Vegas.
What?
Whoa!
Breaking news? Can we do the breaking news thing? Boop, 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 boop,
He
boop, boop.
will fucking murder me. He's going to murder me even saying that on here. But I said it. And he's just like, whatever, Taylor.
Oh my gosh. Dude. You're gonna have to like FaceTime me in.
Yeah, I know. That'd be so funny. I want to be like, well, I do.
Dude.
They're gonna do like a fake wedding, like Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, where they like got married in Vegas, but they didn't even get like a license or anything.
Right.
Or I'll just pass out. Keith will put me in like a dress or something and tell me we got married.
Like it's not like a goal because like I don't know, it's just something I want to do. It's not definitely not a goal, but I want to be in the corner for a UFC fight in Vegas. Like I want to do that once.
Yeah, apparently they like really fucking take care of you. So It's funny because Brian's head coach Tom, the entire trip in Miami when Tom was there cornering Keith, he just kept bragging about the UFC and he's like, yeah, when you go, they like give you shoes and you guys get like a whole hotel to yourself and you go to like Whole Foods and they like take care of it because the UFC like owns a deal with Whole Foods and all this great shit. And Keith was like, we get it, Tom. Like, sorry that we're not at the UFC right now. And it was like a huge joke. But yeah, so Keith actually is going to get to go corner and get to experience that this time with Tom and Brian and all of them. So it'll be really cool.
Especially when we went to that restaurant and like they didn't have food. After with Keith at
yeah.
Like it was like they brought us like some meat and cheese, not even like a little bit of cheese and like some bread. And we were like, bro, we've been at an event for the last like 8 hours. We're so hungry. We need some food.
And we get cheese and crackers. And yeah, Keith kept like all weekend, like that would have been the perfect opportunity. He's like, sorry, we're not at the UFC where they give you ribeyes. And it's like, yeah.
That was a great night. Gosh.
It was a good night. I just like, Fight Week's going to be so dope. Paige is going to be like, holy shit. My whole squad of people are like, we're all we do is sit and talk shit like the entire time. And just like, yeah, we just sit and talk shit and vibe. And we love, like, my favorite thing is going to eat, like, after weigh-ins, which, like, everybody does. But I like it to be, like, I go to the biggest restaurant with everybody. Like, it's, like, the Last Supper. And
that was one of the best dinners I've ever been to was your weigh-in dinner afterwards down there at Hard Rock. That was so good.
I might have to switch it up though, because like I've heard this a million times, but now I'm starting to like really realize that eating a big fat steak after I weigh is like the worst idea. It just doesn't like digest.
Yeah, you can't digest it. You need like some carb pasta.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want a bougie ribeye like after I weigh.
All right, so there are 2 fun topical things that we can go and just kind of all chat about. One, okay, let's kind of stay in the bare knuckle FC realm for a second. So they just had that event in Orlando last couple of days ago, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever. One, Tay, did you watch it? Did you watch just the Arnold Adams, Dylan Kleckler title fight? Anything else on the card?
I watched some of it. And the funny thing is like, I'm trying to think of the fights I watched. I think they were like no-namer people, not no-name people. I don't want to say that, but people that like if I said them, no one's gonna really be like, oh my god, yeah. But
Right.
Julie and Lane and
Yeah.
what's his name?
Mundell.
Mundell. Yeah, they were about to fight, like literally walking out. I knocked out so fucking hard. I was like while one of them was walking out. And it's not because they were like boring me or anything. I was like literally just like, I think that night we went go-karting and I had been drinking, and I just like got home. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the fights, and just like sacked out. But I was excited for the Arnold Adams and Dylan Kleckler fight, and I fucking missed it. I had to like wake up the next day and like look at everything.
So
But
like we were at the PFL,
fight.
so we missed it like live, but of course, like the next day when we got home, or the next night I watched it. Just that fight, dude. That was like it didn't last long, but like those boys threw, like they were just going for it.
Yeah. So
Dylan
Paige,
knocked him out in the first, knocked him down.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure, like my thought process was like, I thought, like I love Arnold Adams, but I totally thought that Dylan Kleckler was gonna come in and like just, like I really just thought, I don't know, I feel bad saying that because I love Arnold Adams, but I was like, I just feel like Dylan Kleckler is gonna come and do something, like pull the upset. I don't know, but I was gonna ask Paige, what was your thoughts on bare knuckle for the first time, because she got to go to her first live bare knuckle event?
I liked it. I think that it was weird that I had a media pass and could like sit, like have all access, and they like put you all the way on the side, like in the like seats way back where you couldn't even see the ring. Like that to me was kind of like, I'm media and this is like your, you know.
I think I've learned now that when Dave has media or you have media to bare knuckle, that I'm just gonna say I'm a part of the media team. That way I have like a floor pass.
Yeah, we should have just got 2 media things for you, because like that was, we had to like find other people to sit with so we could sit together, because we weren't gonna just sit on the side where we couldn't see anything.
Thankfully, nobody puts baby in a corner, so.
But it was good. I mean, you know, it was a fun event. I had fun.
Yeah, I always get so like I don't know. The fights have to be really fucking like, what's his name? HD fought. That was so good. But I have to be so like invested in who's fighting to be paying attention, or else I'm just like, woo. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I didn't really know anyone who was fighting, so it was kind of like, and there was no girl fights, so I was kind of like, okay, I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, it was wild. Watching Joey Beltran get knocked out though was like the most intense, like intense thing. I love watching fights, but I don't want to see people get knocked out like that. That shit is like,
yeah, like he was like out, like at first it was like, oh cool, that was such an awesome knockout, and then it was like, oh, he's still not moving. Like this is intense. It was like
last night, 2 nights ago.
One, like it was like Tony Ferguson, like
yeah, holy
the guy
shit.
celebrating, and what's his name was still on the ground, like.
I got to I didn't get to watch the UFC fights because I was at the Great Wolf Lodge with my children for Mother's Day, and but I was so upset that Rose lost. I didn't get to watch it, but I've heard nothing but like, I heard that fight was horrible.
It was so bad. And so this is like more the question I was going to go with. I'll ask the question, and then like Paige can tell her thoughts about the fight, and then Tay, this is like kind of mostly for you, but like Paige can definitely jive in, you know, with fighting and everything. So Rose Namajunas, the favorite and one of the best, if not the best female strawweight UFC fighter of all time, she was fighting against a wrestler, Tay. And this girl is really good at wrestling and grappling, getting down, ground and pound, and like that's her game plan. And Rose is really great everywhere, but usually better standing up. She's long and rangy, can strike. So like after the first round, like nothing really happened. Like Rose was like defending the takedowns and kind of just moving really well.
No, 3 significant strikes the whole first round. There wasn't even a takedown attempt.
Yeah, like it was nothing.
Yeah, like there was not even a takedown attempt. It was just them like feints, feeling each other out. Like they barely touched each other. I wouldn't even call the significant strikes significant.
So like in her corner, like Pat Barry, which is her husband, her significant other, was like, "Oh, good job! Like we're doing good. Like we're rolling. Like this is what we wanted." So like my question kind of mainly for that is, what do you feel about like cornermen, like having, Keith in your corner and having your significant other in your corner? Like, do you think sometimes it can get in the way of like a coach saying something to you, or you want that because they know you more than anyone and anything, and they know how to kind of get to you, if that makes sense? Like, where are you at on that?
I guess it depends, because I always feel like Keith is pretty hard on me, not in a bad way, but he's very like
Real.
like with Teresa Segala, he was like, fucking knock her out. What are you doing? Like, you are dropping her. Why the fuck are you not finishing it? Like, she keeps coming back. But like, he's really good about it, and like Keith kind of will tell you like if a fight is close, like it could be close.
Right.
And I could be edging the person out, but Keith is going to tell me like, oh no, you need to fucking do more. Like, you're not doing enough, or like something like that. But I also always have two other people in my corner, and they're fucking loud and very like, I can get kind of a side from everybody, but Keith knows me better than anyone, and he kind of can rein me back in. But I never feel like, he always usually steers me in the right direction, and I like it because me and him can talk telepathically, so it works.
Yeah.
But that's what I was hearing. I was wondering what the big mystery was, because I kept seeing everybody saying like, it was her corner, and it's like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you have your corners, you have people, you have a team, but when you're in there and you're fighting, like, you're in there like on your own. Like, I feel like for the most part, I can tell like when I'm in a fight how it's going, and like you can always feel whether you're doing well or not. And sometimes it's a little harder. Like when I fought Hannah Guy, like I in my head was like, man, I'm losing, I'm down these rounds. And like even after the fight, I was like, did I win? And I like unanimously won and put on like a clinic, but like in my head I was like, I didn't do enough.
Dude, I always think I'm not winning.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like dominating the fight, I'm like, they do the decision and I'm like, oh fuck, hopefully this is like, but I like never think that have
yeah
won.
Because you
Like,
never
right.
know. And like that's when they say don't leave it in the hands of the judges. Like that's such a true statement, because like even if you did beat the shit out of them, like if you leave it in the hands of the judges, like you never know what's gonna happen, because there could be someone that's just sitting at a different angle and they think like, oh, Taylor or Rose or whoever like didn't do that great.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
Keith keeps me straight.
Dave saying that Rose is the best strawweight of all time. I love Rose. She's great. But Joanna Jędrzejczyk is the best strawweight of all time. She has the most title defenses. She was dominated all of her title defenses. Like, she's the best strawweight of all time.
Yeah.
Look
yeah,
at
not really, dude. Joanna is such a stud.
She lost twice to Rose, but she defended that title 9 times. Like, in dominating fashion 9 times.
You know what's funny?
No, it's tough.
I have the biggest crush on Joanna, like girl crush. I used to have the biggest crush.
It's awesome. I love her. That's like the first fight I ever watched in the UFC was Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, I think you'll understand this analogy. I think she has a little bit of Ronda Rousey she was in the division so early, like there wasn't really developed and really thick how like now the division you can argue maybe is the best female division, but there's no question like her skill. Like if she's not 1, she's 2. To fight Rose twice and lose to her twice.
Rose has the last like 4 fights. Rose has fought the same people. Joanna has fought Jessica Andrade, like Valerie Letourneau, Carla Esparza,
lost away Lilo.
Like, and Carolina Kovacevic. She's fought like all the different people. Like Rose has had the same 4 opponents in her last 4 fights, and like she's been great, but it's like she's only fought the same people.
Yeah,
like
no, that's good.
Joanna,
they're 1 and 2.
Like, in my opinion, in the top 5, Joanna dominates all of them. Like I think that she'll beat Wei Li in this rematch, and I think that she beats Marina, she beats Mackenzie Dern, she beats what's that other girl's name?
Kim?
Yeah, Kim. She beats Kim. Like Joanna is like legit. And I know she lost to Rose twice,
Yeah.
but like, and that could be her downfall. But I think she's the greatest strawweight of all time based on title defenses and like dominating her title reign.
And especially like, dude, if she beats Wei Li, and then if she beats Wei Li, they will definitely give her the title shot against Carla. Because
and she will destroy Carla. Anyone in the top 5 is going to destroy Carla. Like that's
and if she beats Carla and wins the championship again, that's huge. Like, because it's probably been 4, maybe even 5 years since she was the champion. Like, that'd be such a huge gap of title, and that would be big. Interesting.
My thoughts, I was thinking about everything. Like, I seen the guy, Pete White, who's down there near you guys, posted a status, and it like really was like something that I was just like, yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say. I love this. Love
it.
He
was like, the same people who were talking shit about Charles Oliveira missing weight are now today saying that he's the GOAT. The same people who were sitting and saying that Rose Namajunas is the pound for pound GOAT of all women's sport are now saying that she fucking sucks today and that she's a bum. And then like
Canelo,
all of that, basically bandwagoning, like going in on bandwagoning. And it's like, and then I was sitting and talking about it, and people don't realize that like, even if you're a world champion or whatever, like, we have bad days, shit fucking happens, and like not everybody is just like unfucking destroy, like undefeated, like undefeatable or like whatever. And I think, what did George St. Pierre say? Like, you could take the best human in the whole entire world, the elements, change the temperature, change what happened to them that day, and they can be a completely fucking different person in like a matter of seconds. So it's like, I think it's crazy, like the way that people were going in on Charles Oliveira about him missing weight and like the whole scandal of that. And then the next day we're like, oh my God, he deserved to win. I'm like, all you motherfuckers were sitting saying like he did not deserve to win.
Yeah, I don't know if he missed weight though. Like one, Tony Ferguson jumped on the scale, which can fuck up the like how it's calibrated, right? And 2, like people were changing it like from kilos to pounds, and like that can also change it because you have to pick it up and move it around and like all this shit. So it's like, and for him and Norma Dumont, the only people who miss weight to miss weight by the same, like it's skeptical, right? I mean, like they probably did miss weight. I wouldn't, but if they were the same, like when Charles got on the scale that first time, like he was like appalled, like he looked shocked. And I feel like if you're struggling to make that weight, like you know that it's going to be a close call when you get to the scale, right?
Yeah.
But he looked like he was completely like, he got on there and he was like looking around like what? Yeah, like I feel like if you're having a bad weight cut and you're like, you know, really struggling, you get to the scale and it says like, you know, 155 or 156, you're like, all right. And you like have already kind of mentally prepared yourself to kind of like go back and sweat again.
Yeah.
But he just looked like he did not even, that was not even
and then people will be like, he should just fucking cut the weight in an hour. Like, people don't realize
it's
like
so hard
that shit is.
And once you stop sweating, you put your clothes on and then you have to go back and start sweating again. Like when you're already that dehydrated, like that shit is fucking hard.
Yeah.
The crazy part is, it was maybe one of the best performances he has ever had. He was amazing Saturday night. And that was him with a bad weight cut, or because he couldn't cut it. He had an hour and he couldn't cut that half pound, if you want to say. And for him to have that great of a performance, I'm like, holy shit. Like, he was amazing Saturday night. Like, he blew me away. Hey, I'm just saying, we're 35 minutes into it. This is one of our longest ones yet. And Tay, one thing I kind of want to do with Paige, first time with her being on the show, I think we should do a swarm on Paige.
All right. I'm going to fly off the top
we'll do, it's Paige, what we're doing. Well, we'll do 3 questions each. And it's the first thing that pops in your head. Just easy answers. Huh?
Okay. 3 questions each. That's a lot. All right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's just
all right.
like, you just answer first thing off the top of your head. Ding dong. Like, go.
$15,000 intro right here.
Uh-oh. Get ready. Here comes The Swarm with Dave Van Auken and Taylor Starling.
15,000. That was a lot of money for that. All right. Paige, first question. You ready? What is your favorite Red Hot Chili Pepper song?
I don't know because I don't know a name of them, which is like really horrible because
I have to quit.
I think that they're from Michigan, which is like really horrible.
Oh my
California,
gosh, dude.
is that a song by them?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll say that.
You saved yourself, Paige. You fucking saved yourself.
I actually think that they're from like where I'm from in Michigan.
They are.
Yeah, they're from like where I grew up in Michigan, so I feel really bad that I didn't know a song. But
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
drink a glass of water.
Who is your all-time favorite fighter?
Justin Gaethje.
I love Justin Gaethje. Your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Great answer. In 3 years, where will you be?
Hopefully a professional fighter somewhere, doing some cool shit, interviewing some cool people.
Ooh.
If you could have like literally just snap your fingers and have anything in the fight game, like head movement or like takedown defense or good takedowns or striking or like anything like that, what would be the one thing that if you could snap your fingers and add it and you're the best at it, what would it be?
Takedowns.
That's good. That's the swarm. You did it. You passed.
Woo!
She almost
Man, I
did
think
it.
my answer on that would be cardio. Like I would want to.
Yeah, but I already so.
Oh, hey! I think that's that's the most underrated thing about the. I wish amazing cardio. Just
I'll go all day.
You hear that?
Cardio queen.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, they say.
there you go.
Exactly.
Wow. So Taylor Starling, June 24th. Are you allowed to say what city or state it is in?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, baby. We going to Florida. I fucking love Florida. Let's go.
The FLA for sure. Dude, 28 episodes of the Banana and Bee podcast. Paige, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
I know.
Yeah, it was fun.
I need to have like an all-girl episode.
Girl talk.
Yeah, we need to have like an all-girl episode and just boot Dave the fuck out.
Because we didn't really get to have any girl talk, but I agree with that. We should just boot Dave out and have a
Look
girl
at my
talk.
hand.
Dude, look at you.
Holy shit.
Next week, let's announce it. So next week, I will be off, and it'll be you two guys. You might even have a guest, right? Tay might be talking with someone, might have a guest, and I'll drop by. I'll drop off. Next week will be the first episode. No banana. Literally and figuratively. And just all these.
No banana, Dave. I am part of bananas. What the fuck?
I was thinking of something else when I said banana, but whatever.
BDE.
BDE, dude. Come on, man. BDE.
BDE. Well, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
Awesome. Well, we are out. Tay, we'll see you soon. Paige, we'll see you sooner. And volume 28.
as you guys ride home together and argue about Joanna and Jacek and fucking Thug Rose.
Dude, Thug Rose beat her twice. Stopped her twice.
Rose has not been able to defend her title as much as Joanna, so. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love Rose Namajunas. Like, I'm a huge Rose fan. I'm just like, stating facts.
No, they're definitely 1 and 2. Like, it's a really good argument. Like, anyone that says Joanna is the best strawweight ever, it's like there's no disagreement. Like, she is so freaking good. I'm so excited. Like, she fights in 3 weeks.
She's had one of the bloodiest fights in the UFC.
And
her and one of the bloodiest fights that UFC has ever had.
Crazy. All right, I'm pushing the button for an outro. You ready?
Bye. What the fuck? Is this